Welcome to our journey into the world of adjectives. Adjectives are essential words in English that help us describe and modify nouns, making our language more colorful and precise. Imagine trying to talk about your favorite book, a delicious meal, or a memorable trip without using any descriptive words. It would be nearly impossible to convey your true feelings or paint a vivid picture for your listener. In this video, we'll explore what adjectives are, how they function, and why they're so important in everyday communication. Let's dive in and discover how adjectives can transform simple sentences into engaging stories. Let's see adjectives in action. Consider the sentence, John wears red glasses. Here, the word red is an adjective that tells us more about the glasses. Without it, we just know John wears glasses, but with red, we get a clearer image. Adjectives can describe color, size, shape, and so much more. They help us answer questions like what kind, which one, and how many. By using adjectives, we add depth and detail to our conversations and writing, making them much more interesting and informative. Adjectives are used almost exclusively to modify nouns or anything acting as a noun. For example, in a loud group of students passed by, the word loud modifies the noun phrase group of students. This gives us more information about the group, making the sentence more specific. Adjectives can also modify gerunds, as in excellent writing is required for this job. Here, excellent describes the quality of writing needed. By modifying nouns and noun phrases, adjectives help us communicate more clearly and effectively. Now let's practice spotting adjectives in sentences. Take the sentence, the little girl was very shy. Here, little describes the girl and shy tells us about her personality. Adjectives can appear before the noun they modify or after linking verbs like is or was. Being able to identify adjectives quickly will help you improve both your writing and speaking skills. Let's look at more examples and see how adjectives bring sentences to life. Let's go through a few more examples together. In I really appreciate this kind gesture. Kind is the adjective describing the gesture. In a fallen tree blocked the road. Fallen tells us more about the tree. Each adjective adds a unique detail, helping us understand the situation better. Try reading sentences and underlining the adjectives you find. This simple exercise will sharpen your grammar skills and make you more aware of how adjectives function in context. Adjectives are especially useful when describing people and things. For instance, the young boy has to work hard. Here, young tells us about the boy's age, and she is a famous writer. Famous gives us information about her reputation. Adjectives like ruthless, tall, handsome, and lovely help us paint a vivid picture of the people or objects we're talking about. The right adjective can completely change the impression a sentence gives. Adjectives can also be used to compare things. For example, in the exam was more difficult than I thought. More difficult is a comparative adjective. Comparatives help us show differences between two or more things. Superlative adjectives, like the most beautiful, show the highest degree among three or more items. Understanding how to use comparative and superlative adjectives will make your descriptions even more precise and expressive. Adjectives are also used to describe feelings and states of being. For example, I was glad to meet him there. She doesn't have any interest in politics, and I was hungry and tired. Words like glad, hungry, tired, and anxious help us express emotions and conditions. Using adjectives in this way allows us to communicate our inner experiences and connect with others on a deeper level. Best way to master adjectives is through practice. Try reading sentences and underlining the adjectives, just like we did earlier. Pay attention to how adjectives change the meaning and tone of each sentence. With regular practice, you'll find it easier to use adjectives naturally in your own speaking and writing. Remember, adjectives are the secret ingredient that makes language lively and engaging. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be a pro at using adjectives to express yourself clearly and creatively.